continue with Senator John McCAIN. Your party has lost one. In fact, one of your biggest supporters, Governor Christ, is going rogue on you. He's going independent. He was your big supporter in Florida. What do you think about that?
Well, I regret it. Charlie and I are good friends and will remain good friends. Obviously, I will be supporting Marco Rubio. He will be the Republican candidate, and I wish Charlie well. He's a fine person and a good friend, but I'm a Republican, and I support Republican candidates.
Have you spoken to him at all in the last week or two?
No, I did not. I knew that.
How come? I mean, he's a friend of yours, and this is obviously a huge, this is a huge issue. I mean, I think it's significant to have a defector, in essence, because he's running for his political life.
Actually, I knew that Charlie has my number, and I knew that if he wanted to talk to me, I'd be glad to talk to him. I know this was a tough decision for him.
What does he gain out of this, do you think? I mean, going independent?
You know, I don't know what he's thinking, but it was pretty clear once he vetoed that bill that was supported by the Republican legislature that he was certainly looking at that option.
And there's the picture that has been run against him of him hugging President Obama. I assume that didn't help him with many within the party in Florida.
I'm told that was not helpful.
A year ago, Senator Specter switched too. What's going on at your party? It seems like people are looking for a couple doors.
Well, I say in great respect to Senator Specter, he had been a Democrat before. But in Charlie Crist's case, I think that from a pure pragmatic standpoint, I think he was pretty aware that he could not win the Republican nomination for the United States Senate.
Can he win as an independent, do you think?
You know, I don't know. I don't think so. My friend Joe Lieberman, though, as you know, has been able to win as an independent, but I don't know that enough about the dynamics of Florida politics. After all, I lost Florida in the presidential campaign.
Should he give back the money from some of the big Republicans who supported him?
I think that Charlie should, because he took the money as the probable Republican candidate. I think he probably should.
All right, health care. How are we doing on the health care bill?
Well, you know, we find out more and more all the time about what's in this 2,733-page monstrosity. We find out that there's huge increases in taxes. We find out that certain people under certain conditions in states will not be eligible for Obamacare. We're finding out that there is significant impact on businesses that make medical devices and other people that didn't have the money to lobby here. And we also find that more and more Americans are very much opposed to this bill the more they find out about it.
What do you make of the states that have challenged it? A number of states, in fact, your state's in this lawsuit as well, down in Florida.
I think they have a point. I understand the Commerce Clause of the Constitution, but I also understand that, at least it's my view of the Constitution, that under this bill, you have to buy a product. The ingredients of the product are prescribed by the federal government, and if you don't buy that product, then you're going to be fined. I don't find that anywhere in the Constitution.
What do you make of the federal regulatory reform bill?
I hope we can move together. I'm concerned about some of the aspects of it, the consumer protection. You know, we always give them good names like that, which may be a very independent and very powerful bureaucracy. I worry about that there's no addressing of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac were two of the catalysts of this whole collapse, yet there's nothing in this bill that has any addressing it.
Why not?
I think they think it's too hard. But I want to assure you, I'll have an amendment that we'll have a vigorous discussion.
You mentioned the Consumer Protection Agency that they're designing within the Federal Reserve. I'm having a hard time understanding why we need that. I'm all in favor of protecting the consumer, but we have the SEC, which supposedly is supposed to watch the markets for us and protect us. We have the Federal Trade Commission, which has some. It seems to me that within the federal government, there must be some place where people have the authority and probably drop the ball. And if they don't have the authority, maybe we could extend it a little bit instead of creating more bureaucracy. It seemed to be a more efficient way to do it.
Look, in all due respect to my Democrat friends, usually their answer to a problem is to grow government. That's what this bill is all about. And so another agency of government, along with the other alphabet soup of agencies, seems to be their answer. There's one other aspect of this very quickly. I don't think this bill addresses what our goal is, that no institution in America should ever again be too big to fail. I think we should reinstate basically Glass-Steagall, which means that if you're in the business of home loans and doing the normal traditional banking business, then we'll back you with the taxpayers' dollars in the form of the FDIC. But if you're in the investment business, as described by Mr. Blankfein yesterday, where basically what they've done is set up a casino where you bet for or against certain events, then we should have nothing to do with that. We should make sure that taxpayers never have any involvement whatsoever. They want to go to Las Vegas and put it all on red, fine. But the taxpayers shouldn't have any backing of it.
Senator, thank you, sir.
Thanks for having me on.